Hello in Cancun by my mini-mentalist honor.
Don't listen to that. That's just something I wanted to say in African language, but the speaker of what I'm using isn't working well. But anywho, hello and welcome back everybody to another episode or the first ever episode of my mini mentors tutorials. The first video you saw was just an introduction to this, and as you can see at the bottom it says African bullfrog. And yes, we will be making an African bullfrog. Like I said, we'll be starting from amphibians and moving on to birds and etc. and etc. But anywho, we have our clay. I'll let you pause in order to get it. No rush. And by now you probably paused and got your clay. If you want, you could have just gotten green clay to be much more detailed with it because that's the color of the bullfrog. But it doesn't really matter. So today's method is going to be the teardrop method. Yes, even though it doesn't have a tail, we're still doing the teardrop method because that's how we're going to make the feet. So what we have is our spear. Yes, spear. Because that's technically what I mean, not a circle. You have a spear and you pull a triangle protruding from it. And one more thing, you need either cardboard or a card, and this or a pencil. I'll use this. If you don't have a card or cardboard, use a ruler, but that ruins it. But if that's the only thing you have, it's a beginner's try. But yes, so now that we're done with our triangle that we have pulled out, what next other than to use the card? Yes, I know details last, but that's the only way to get the feet. You pull the card out, cut the triangle in half and pull it 2 feet out like this. And when we're done with that, extend the body somewhere into a, let's say, teardrop, because that's technically what a frog is. But also flatten that teardrop because African bullfrogs are big and flat. You can see. What we're gonna do next is fix the legs up. Twist around. And for the legs, we just flat the back legs. We flatten here. And as the name suggests, African bullfrog is also known as pixie frog, known from its scientific name, and is the largest, I suppose, the largest frog in the world, or the second largest. Probably get back to you that later. But as we're done with making our triangular paddle feet, yes, I know this might be the worst first ever video, but like I said in the first video explanation part at the bottom, I said bear with me, just bear with me, because I am clumsy. And like I said, you won't be really knowing when I'll post some videos. I'm not sure either, but in the distant future, when things get better because of this pandemic, who knows? Or in the summer will be a great time because no school to worry about. Yes, but so we have our paddle feet. Next is our front feet. We pull up next to the head on this side. Well, to me that's my right side because I'm left-handed. And then when you turn it here, let me go again. Here is my right hand side, and over here will be my left hand side. Yeah, like I said, I was left-handed. But it doesn't really matter where you pull your feet, as long as you have 2 front legs, you're fine. And that pretty much ends the making of the frog. All we need to do now is put it in the position, and I'll get right back to you if this thing had a pause button, which it didn't. So yeah, just fix the feet into a frog position. And so there we have our frog, and next we'll be having the details. This is the worst video yet, but maybe it gets better every time. Practice makes perfect, and nobody is perfect. I'm not getting too religious here, just saying nobody is perfect. Even I'm not perfect. It took me years and years of practice, and I got a little inspiration from Fred the Dinosaur Man, but now with the animals. But yes, he technically inspired me to make this kind of thing, like, you know, the stop motion channels that he did. He technically inspired me when he had made that raptor video on if he made a documentary series, and that's what I wanted to start doing with dinosaurs. But I realized, hey, why not do it with other animals? True, but I know I'm saying "but" too many times, and this is just because of a bit of being a bit nervous. Yes, but again, there. Now that we have done with our feet, all we need to do now is move on to the details of the frog. And what we're going to do is go like this, and this, and this. And when we're done, we just make it as bumpy lines as possible by pinching, 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 and pinch, 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 and that pretty much brings it near to the end. All we have left are the eyes up here. Eyes down here. And most of my videos were supposed to be contact videos in this, but I don't want to just bore you guys out, so I'll just hurry up and end this one and possibly make a better one. So now that we have our eyes, we can just use this and make some with the eyeballs with this. Nose is right on top, and the one on top now is frogs breathe through their skin. That is very cool. And now for the mouth, just go right through here and here, and we have ourselves an African bullfrog. And that technically wraps up today's video, and I hope you like it, and don't forget to click the like button, and the subscribe button is just down there. But make sure to make it turn green and drain out all of its energy. See you next time.